Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Pedro. Pedro is from Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. So let's see what Pedro has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello Pedro, how are you?
Hello, William. I'm great, and you?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So tell me, how's your day been so far?
Uh, nice. I woke up early. Actually, I didn't woke up here. I came from São Paulo yesterday. I took the bus at 10 p.m. and I live in Rio, and I was in São Paulo, so it's 6 hours by bus. So I slept on the bus and came here. Arrived here at 5 a.m. And then I slept for about 2 hours, and then I went to the gym, and then I worked a little bit because I worked from home.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm here.
Amazing. So, where are you from originally, Pedro?
Where I was
Where
born.
Yeah, where are you from?
I was born in Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais. But I was only born there because when I was by that time my father was transferred to Belo Horizonte. My family is from here, from Rio, but my father to work in for 12 years, and by that time me and my sister were born. And when I was 5 years old, my father came and my mother came back to Brazil. So I live in Rio since I was 5 years old. So I consider myself a carioca, person who was born, because I have no family in Minas, in Belo Horizonte. I went back there just once in 2015.
Wow.
Like, I don't even know the city well, you know. And,
My God.
Yeah. And a short story about that trip I did in 2015 to Belo Horizonte. I took my drive license a little late. I was about 30 years old, and I bought a car, and I decided to go to Belo Horizonte to run because I was a runner before. And there's a run in Belo Horizonte very famous around the lagoon, you know. It's called Volta da Pampulha.
Okay.
Pampulha is the name of the lagoon, so it's 18 kilometers. So I decided to get my car and go to Belo Horizonte to participate in that run, and everything was right. I did a run, and when I was coming, it's about 6 hours, 7 hours by car, and I was a little bit inexperienced, so I shouldn't have done that trip alone by car. So when I was almost coming back to Rio, there's a mountain ridge to because you have to. A strong storm started, you know, very, very soon. And I lost the control of my car, and my car fell down 30 meters down with me inside.
Oh my God, 30 meters. Wow.
But I didn't suffer any injuries. It was a miracle. I was born again, you know. And it was raining a lot, a strong storm, and I had to climb up the hill, all dirt.
My God.
Yeah, but I was saved by, I don't know. It was not my time to go away from this place.
That's a movie story. You could sell your story to a movie. to do. Yeah. My God, Pedro! Wow. So tell me, what did you like the most about growing up in Rio de Janeiro? Tell me about your childhood memories in Rio.
Well, I was raised in a condominium in Copacabana,
Mm-hmm.
a condominium, 6 block condominium, very big, and it was both awesome and at the same time not very nice because there was a hill um, with a little forest. It was a
Okay.
big, very big. So there was a large forest with 3 trees, and we play. So I had this childhood that even though I lived in a closed condominium, I had this childhood of climbing up trees and doing things, playing in the forest and having this contact with nature.
Amazing.
And the not very good side was the bullying thing, but it's normal for many children. Yeah.
Yeah, I think all of us, we went through those, challenge situations growing up. There's always something that people, children, they used to pick on us. Because, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because you are tall, because you are short, because you are overweight, or because you are too thin, it could be anything. There's always a situation for them to pick on you. There is always. I
Yeah.
think all of us went through that. And what do you do for work, for living, Pedro?
I'm a geographer. I studied
Wow.
geography in university, and I work basically with geoprocessing and um, mapping, socioeconomic data and environmental data. So getting the data and specializing on maps on the computer, and basically it's that.
I see. Amazing. Okay, so through the journey, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your career, your point of views, and about your
Yeah.
life. Okay.
Yeah.
But before we start our journey within the Magic Box, I believe that a few days ago was very special for you. It was a very special day because I was looking at your profile on Instagram profile, and I could see you proposing to your partner. Oh
Yeah.
my God! When I saw it, I was like, "Oh my God, what's that?" And I could feel your emotions. I could feel your partner's emotions. So walk me through a little bit about the event. How did it happen?
Well, we first met in August 2021 during the pandemics, and he lives in São Paulo. And we met on Instagram and started chatting. And the first thing when I meet someone, one of the first subjects about myself that I say or talk is about hot weather, because I hate hot weather. Now I'm sweating a lot. I'd rather do this interview without shirt, but of course I'll not do that. And living in Rio is uh, complicated because the summer here is the official summer, of course. It's 21 December, 21 March. But in reality, the summer here starts in November and goes until the end of April. So it's a very strong summer with extreme temperature. So we met on internet, and he's from São Paulo. And we was chatting, and then there was a polar wave coming to São Paulo from the south, from Antarctica, and it's gonna be freezing. And I told her I hate heat, I hate hot weather. Here sucks because of that. And he said, so this weekend the polar wave is coming to São Paulo. Do you want to come here and feel some cold? And I said, yes. And I went to his apartment, and everything started, so it's 1 year and 4 months. Yeah. And
Beautiful.
we like very much each other. And now in January, I'm gonna move to São Paulo to live with him. And I went to visit him this weekend. So by impulse, because sometimes I'm a little bit impulsive, And I had this, I'll buy a pair of rings and make a surprise to him. And yeah, I did it. And I wanted to post it on my reels because I like to post like Instagram. Instagram is like my diary, in photos or videos uh, since 2011. So I have many phases on Instagram. There was a phase that used to take pictures of landscapes, and now it's just me and my body here and muscle. But anyway, it was very nice. The video went viral. It was one of my most viewed videos, and the one that receives most comments,
So I think at the end of the day, what matters is that you are happy and you are brave. And it was such a beautiful moment for you, for your fiance. And I think it's
Yeah.
amazing to see. When I saw it, like, oh my God, because I remember you were trying to do the interview. And I was like, now I know why he was busy, because he was planning to go to Sao Paulo to propose to his fiance. Amazing.
It was in the last 2 hours that I decided. My
Oh my,
bus would leave at 11 p.m., 11 a.m., sorry. And I was at the gym at 7 a.m. And when I was almost finishing my workout, I decided, well, I'm gonna buy a pair of rings. And I went to several stores because most of them don't sell in the moment. You have
to book in advance.
yeah. But I found one store that had the pair, so I bought it. I don't
Amazing.
really.
Congratulations. I think it's a good moment in your life, and I'm so glad that we are doing the interview right now because you are just living a beautiful moment. So congratulations for both of you. Amazing.
Thank you.
Pedro, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I've got him a best friend, okay, full of random fun questions. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song now just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay?
Okay.
Let's go. Hey, Pedro from Brazil. So before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay.
All right. First question for you is, if you could be any age, yeah, what age would you choose and why?
Interesting question because I was reading last week or recently that most of people, if they have had to choose an age to be forever, it will not be 20 or 25 or 30, it will be 36. And I was thinking about it. Yeah, 36, I was on my peak. Yeah, I think so. So 36.
Amazing. And aging for you, it's something that bothers you or you just see as a matter of life?
Aging.
Yeah, aging for you, it bothers you or not?
Yeah, it bothers me. Yeah, because it bothers me because I'm gonna get old, and because my parents are gonna get old, and they are already getting old. But with health, they are both healthy, 100% healthy. Thank God. But yeah, it bothers me. It's a sad part. Death is a sad part of life, even though some religious people or philosophers know that is a part of life, but it hurts. Yeah, and getting old. Yeah, we I don't consider myself old. So I look at the mirror and I still see a nice image, but I don't know when I'm 15 years old, 50 years old, or 60 years old, if I'll have the same image about myself. But one thing is certain, I won't do procedures at all. I'm totally against that, but it's my opinion, because I
Forever
have to.
young. I want to be forever young.
We have to accept the white
Yeah,
hair, wrinkles, yeah.
absolutely. I think it's a beautiful thing.
But it's not easy. It's a process. It's a process that we have to accept. Acceptation is the key word of life, I think.
Absolutely. Okay. Next question, Pedro. Let's do it. Okay, next question for you is, what gives you butterflies?
That was a hard one. I don't know. I don't travel. I love to travel, But the last time I traveled, it was in 2019. I went to Buenos Aires because I went to Buenos Aires every year to run the marathon of Buenos Aires. I used to be a marathonist, but now I'm not anymore. You can see it. And yeah, traveling. Yeah.
I see. And so regarding your marathon runner, did you, like through your life you always running?
Yeah, my father was a runner, so when I was young, he was not a professional. Neither was I. But when I was young, every day he arrived from work. We lived in Copacabana, put his running clothes and went to Copacabana Beach and ran a
Wow.
lot. And it was kind of an inspiration. So when I got older, an adult, I started to run. And in the beginning, I started to run half marathons, 21 kilometers. And in 2011, I decided to run my first marathon, 42 kilometers, here in Rio.
Oh my God, 42 kilometers. Wow.
Yeah, and it was awesome. And then I didn't stop until 2020. No, 2019 was my last one in Buenos Aires. And in 2013, I was late. I was late. I was late at night watching television, and I was started to watching a sports channel, a documentary about a ultra marathon, 200 kilometers in
Oh my God.
the Sahara Desert, Morocco. And I watched the documentary, and when it finished, I was already a marathonist, but not a ultra marathonist. And when the program finished, I want to do that, but of course not in Sahara because it's very expensive. So I searched on internet ultra marathons in Brazil, and I found one in Minas Gerais, in the region of Mantiqueira Range, a very beautiful region. And it was 235 kilometers. So then I continued to run urban marathons, because marathon is in cities, when in Lima, Peru, Asunción, Paraguay, Buenos Aires, Santiago, Chile, Rio de Janeiro, and Beirut in Lebanon.
Wow.
And yeah, and at the same time, I started to travel a lot to run ultra marathons too. So I was a super high performance athlete until the pandemic came and I got fat, and now I changed my sport. Now I'm a power lifter.
Yeah, amazing. I think changing sports and exploring other sports, why not? I think there's always something to learn.
Yeah.
Next question, Pedro. Let's do it. Before the next question, tell me what is the best part of being a geographer? What do you like the most about your job?
I think when we studied geography, I've always liked geography. When I was a child, my parents had this encyclopedias and atlas. You know, remember the atlas?
Yeah.
Giant with world maps. You know, and I've always liked to explore the maps. It always fascinated me. And when I started to study geography, I didn't know what I would study exactly because geography is a very wide
Yeah.
graduation. We study politics, urban geography, rural geography, geopolitics, and also the physical part, geology, geomorphology, and climatology, meteorology, and so it's very wide. I'm not a specialist in any of these subjects, but the role of the geography is to know the whole context. It's not to be specific in one area, but it's to analyze the whole context in an analysis of a place, of a region, of a country, of a demo. For example, we had the census last year, the count of the population, you know, and they don't, where I work, they do that. I work at Brazilian Institution of Geography and Statistics, IBGE. In IBGE, I do the census of the population, but it's not only counting the populations. They ask questions about rent, no, salary, education, if the person has water at home, many kinds of things. And with this information, we geographer can make a whole bunch of analysis, you know, a whole arrangements of analysis, different analysis, and it's very interesting. I like it very much.
I see. Okay.
And I can travel a lot too by my work.
Yeah,
I
that's
travel
a
a lot too. Yeah,
see.
I know
Okay.
very regions of Brazil because of my work.
Amazing.
That's
all right. Next question for you is, what do you consider most romantic?
I think it's cheer the other person up, you know, lift it, like go for it, you know. When you take a decision, of course, a good decision, yeah, do it. I think it's very basic, very simple, but it's not. I love you, not or gifts. I don't care about that. For me, the most important is the person encouraging me to grow, to help me to find the best version of me. You know, that's the most romantic and most important thing I see that have to be in a relationship. Yeah,
Amazing.
of course, a romantic dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the most important to live the part. You know,
who is more romantic between you and your fiance, in your opinion?
in the beginning, it was him, and now it's me.
Oh, sweet. Very sweet. Ready for another question?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Next question. Hey, Pedro from Rio de Janeiro. Next question is, do you know anyone who is living their life to the fullest?
Yeah, I have a friend who lives in France. He's my friend since I was a child from that condominium. So friend since I was a 6 years old boy, 6-year-old boy, and he does mountain biking. And he lives in France. He works in a hotel chain,
Wow.
and every time he can, he takes his bike, of course, a pro bike, and do the Alpes, go to
Wow.
South, and now he's in Himalayas, race in Himalayas. So he's living his life in the full, I think.
Yeah, there's always someone, you know, that even though sometimes, you know, this hard time happen, there's always someone that's, as your friends, living, you know, their best life. They always can.
But can I talk about the famous person that I think that lives his life in since he was a young guy and now he's 81 years old, is my idol, Paul McCartney. You know, this guy is like, he's always happy. He's always composing happy songs. He's always making tours, concerts. He's 81 years old and he looks like a young guy in the stage. And I'm gonna see him 2 weeks from now. So
Wow.
yeah, Paul McCartney is an example of life for me.
Amazing. My God, I didn't know he was 81. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Amazing. 81.
3 hours concert. 3 hours concert. He plays 39 songs. Incredible.
Wow, my God, amazing. Pedro, I have 3 questions left for you, okay? Let's do it.
All right.
Okay. Next question for you is, describe yourself in 1 positive word and 1 negative word only.
How do you say someone who never quits? Do you have a word for that?
Never quit. Persistent.
And anxious.
Really? What's your star?
Or impulsive, which is excited. Yeah.
What's your star sign of astrology?
Gemini.
Interesting. Good. 2 questions left, Pedro. Let's do it. Before the next question, tell me what's the biggest difference between you and your fiance and the biggest similarity?
The biggest difference is our musical taste is sort of different. I'm into alternative music, you know. I like to discover, find new music, experimental music, alternative indie music since I was a child, and mostly rock, but not only. I like classical music, jazz, Brazilian music, and he's more like, he likes more pop music, you know. He's not much into discovering new things and stop to listen to music. He listens to music to go to the work and to work out. I like to stop and lay down on my bed and listen to music, for new artists, and that's one difference. And on the other hand, he likes to, when he's not working, because he works a lot, he likes to stay all day watching series and movies. And as an anxious person, I don't have much. For example, I decided to watch a series, Squid Games. It's an old series, but I decided to go when I was this weekend with him. Oh, let's watch it, and I liked it very much. But I can't watch 2 episodes in a row. I watch one. No, okay. Now I need to eat something. Let's do something. And he watches every day, all day, you know, movies and series. Okay, that's our difference. But we are
you work it out. You make it happen. You work it out together.
Yeah, we're working out on it. And our biggest similarity is we don't like to go out at night. We don't like the nightlife, you know. We are very calm, you know. I said I'm anxious, but uh, I like to stay at home. I like to prepare food. Uh, I like to be more quiet. I'm not. I like to talk too much. To talk much when I was when I'm with my friends, with my close friends. When I'm with you now, because you're asking questions, you know? But we I don't know. We have a lot differences between us both. But I 2 years in, I don't really know what makes us like to be with each other. I simply like his company and he likes mine. And
Love is in
I'm
there. Love is in there. Dun, 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 dun.
we like to be together, yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Next question is, if you could go back in time, yeah, in one moment or in one memory of your life, what that would be and why? For any reason.
Uh, in 2017, I was still running ultra marathons. 2017, and I was like on my peak, you know. And there's a race on the Alpes. It's called Ultra Trail du Mont Blanc. Uh, that crosses Swiss. How is
Switzerland.
Switzerland? Yeah, Switzerland, France, and Italy. It's Italy.
Wow.
And 170 kilometers.
Wow.
And in order to participate in this race, you have to have run other races to get a punctuation and subscribe and be sorteado and
to be part of it, like to be chosen.
To be chosen, yeah. And it's very hard to be chosen in the first year, and I was.
Wow.
So I was super excited. So I went to France because the beginning is in Chamonix in France, but I was feeling a little bit over too confident, yeah. So there was a part during the night, the first night, that we have to not climb, running a mountain. And a guy in French, a guy from the organization, he told me, put your coat, it's cold up there. And I was, nah, I don't need that, you know.
Wow.
And everybody was, because there's lots of people. You see by the lantern, you see the way, because everybody has a lantern,
Light, like a light, lantern, a light.
Headlight, yeah. And everybody wearing the coat. And I don't know, I have to run. So I got to ask my crisis.
Wow.
And I had to beat the race in the kilometer 100. I had to quit. So it was a very sad moment in my life, very sad moment, because I was participating in the most famous ultramarathon in the world, you know, and I failed. It affected my
psychology, yeah.
Because I was feeling the best guy in the world, and then I failed, you know. But one interesting thing, not sad thing, but that showed me that I don't have to have that feeling. I committed a mistake, I made a mistake, but everybody does, you know.
Yeah.
And last year, a Brazilian guy with whom I had run a ultramarathon in Patagonia, he died doing this race in France.
Wow.
last year, because he fell off the mountain, you know. So that very sad. I was very sad because I knew him. It's very sad anyway, but I knew him. But he showed me that I just had an asthma crisis and I'm okay, I'm alive. Because until this incident with this guy that died, I was like, oh, I have to go back there. I have unfinished, like in Kill Bill, that phrase. I haven't finished it. I haven't finished this business with this race. But no, I don't have. I failed. It's okay. It's okay to fail. So I learned this.
And not
this
just
lesson.
that, Pedro, I think for the fact that you made until there, it was already a big, a big event in your life. Because, as you said, it's difficult to get in. You need to go through a lot of things. You need to sign up. You need to be chosen. So it's not like something easy to get in. For you, just to get in, it's already a big thing. But even though you wanted to win, you want to do something more than that. But it happened. I think it's life lessons, and again, it made you understand a lot of things, and made the person you are right now. So it's all those events in life that sometimes we don't understand, but in the future we go like, okay, now I understand why it did happen to us. So it's normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready for the last question?
Yeah.
Last question. Let's do it. But before the last question, I could see you have a tattoo here. What's the meaning?
This one?
Yeah.
This one is the yellow submarine.
Oh, okay. It's a submarine. For some reason, I saw it was a gum.
No, it's the yellow submarine. It's from the Beatles song. Yellow
Oh, of course.
I'm
Of
a fan
course.
of Beatles. There's a Beatles song from '66 called Yellow Submarine. And it's a childish song. We all
Wow.
live in Yellow Submarine. And then in '68, 2 years later, the Beatles decided to do an animation movie called Yellow Submarine. And the design of the Yellow Submarine is this one. And I have another one here too.
I see. Oh, okay.
The banana. It's
Banana.
it's a cover of the album of a band called The Velvet Underground. And it was painted by Andy Warhol. So I have an Andy Warhol on my arm.
Wow.
Because it's an album that I like very, very much and represents a lot to me. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Last question for you is, what do you like the most in your best friend?
Their sense of humor. I like people with intelligent sense of humor, but at the same time, don't mix, and plus nonsense. I like nonsense humor, and I have a friend, one of my best friends, that's into nonsense humor too, and I have a group of male friends from the university. We've been each other for 21 years old, and we have a group, and we laugh every day because we make college the face of one. There's deep fakes. We make. I like to laugh, with my friends, and that's the most. And loyalty, of course, because friends are good to laugh, to have fun with. But when someone gets sick, we see who are the real friends. Yeah,
Totally.
but I think I can trust my friends. I think.
I'm sure. Okay, it's not the end yet. Okay, let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Okay, quick thinking. Okay, one word for money.
So hard. One word for money. Two words, not essential.
Okay, family.
Essential.
One word for life.
Mysterious.
Like that. Love.
Beautiful.
Fear.
Paralyzing.
Sex.
Not so important now. I don't have a mood.
Not a problem, not a problem. Religion.
It's here, not in any other
Okay.
place.
Politics.
Tired.
Okay. Friendship.
Acceptation.
Okay. Regrets.
Many regrets. Many.
Desire.
It's what moves us.
Amazing. Success.
Being alive and healthy.
Wish.
To live in a colder place. That's really.
Look, it's so cold in London right now. I think it would be the best weather for you, the best season. It's cold, trust me.
How many degrees?
Right now, I would say it's, I think, around 5 degrees, more or less. 5 degrees, yeah.
That's a perfect temperature for me.
I don't think the British people would say the same. One word for happiness.
Unachievable.
One word for Rio de Janeiro.
Hot.
One word for Brazil.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay. And the last one now, geographer, one word.
Synthesis of knowledge.
Say again?
A synthesis of various knowledge.
Knowledge, okay. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your fiance for a coffee, and I'm going to ask him, define Pedro in one positive word and one negative word only. What he would say?
A positive word surely would be intelligent.
Okay.
Which is a compliment that I don't care. It's not I don't like. I don't care very much, but it's another. Yeah. And a bad thing, that I'm clumsy. I always keep breaking things because I do things very fast, and he gets really annoyed. Really annoyed.
I see.
So that'd be clumsy.
Okay. Let's play now Pedro and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, Pedro, but before you ask me the question, tell me what's your favorite Portuguese word?
Esperança.
I like that. I like that. Amazing. Which means hope. Amazing.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No. You said right in Portuguese, and after, of course. That's what I'd like to hear you say in Portuguese. Okay, you can ask me a question now.
What do you like the most? You live in London, right?
Yes.
What do you like the most living? Because it's a city that fascinates me because I like British music. Beatles is my favorite band.
Of course.
What most in living in London?
Good question, Pedro. What I
less and most.
Sorry, say again.
What do you like the less, and what do you like the?
Okay, the most. Okay. I'm going to start with what I like the most. What I like the most about London, it's about diversity. Yeah, like there's people all over the world here in London. You meet people here from like many different countries. You can find a lot of culture here as well. We have a joke in London that you find every culture, but you don't find like an English culture, because there are so many like people from other countries around London that you find a lot of it, which is amazing, because you get your knowledge about culture, about people, about food, about different things in their lives, that for you is like, my God, just live in London that you can learn that, you know, because you have no idea. I've met so many people from different countries in the world, in London, and I've learned so much. So the diversity, you know, there's so many people in London, and I think that's the best part. You see people, you say about São Paulo, that people express themselves in a way that they don't care. In London, is the same thing as well. You know, you leave your house dressing whatever you how you want it, you look whatever you want to look, whatever you want to look, to express yourself. People, they're gonna look at you and they're gonna carry on with their lives. They're not gonna point you, they're not gonna judge you. Of course it can happen as well, yeah. It's not like all the time like that, but most of the time you feel you can be yourself, you can express yourself. And I think that the best parts about living in London, because you feel it's freedom, you feel like you can be free, you can be yourself. That's what I like the most, yeah. Diversity. And what do I like the less about London? Okay, I'm gonna say something quite interesting. London, it's a city where a lot of people, they come and go, yeah. For example, it's difficult sometimes for you to build a friendship, a long friendship, like as a relationship, because people here, they come to work, they come to do their lives, and most of the people, they leave, you know what I mean? So sometimes, of course, nowadays with social media, with internet, you can still keep in touch and you make friends, this and that. But a friend of mine, he told me a long time ago, said, William, I don't like London because here people, they come, they go, you never make a relationship. And I was like, I could understand at the time because I wasn't here for a very long time. And now I understand. Now I understand what he meant, because you know, you meet people, you get attached to people, and suddenly people, they just leave. For example, my best friend, he's French, yeah. We lived in London together. That's how we met. And after, I think, 4 years he was in London, he moved to Canada. And actually we still carry on. You know, I'm the godfather of his son, 4 years old son. I go there every year, so we still connected. We talk almost every day, WhatsApp, this and that. But you know, I can see, imagine a best friend. If I didn't have the technology that we have right now, I don't know if you'd be best friends, because people, they come and they go. So I think that's what I find most difficult about London, because you meet amazing people, and sometimes, you know, those people, they just are here for a period of their lives.
Studying or working, studying, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and they
and
leave.
master degree and stuff like that. Yeah.
Absolutely, and even more now about after the COVID, the crisis, because people, they decide to leave. London became very empty. I mean, not empty, but like a lot of people, they went back to their countries because they couldn't find anymore what the reason to be in London. You know, they could be close to their families. So I know a lot of people that they got back to their country after the COVID, because they couldn't find any more reason of living in London, and also because of the Brexit as well. That, you know, we went out of the Union European. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So people, it became more difficult for Europeans to live in London. So yeah, that's what I like the most, and what I least like most about London, for sure.
Very nice place to live in. I'm sure. Yeah.
Again.
It's great place to live, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Have you been in London before or not? No? Amazing. When you come to London for the first time, I'm gonna give you a proper tour, like an amazing tour, yeah. And we're gonna
I,
see. And be careful, because you might be tempted to live in London. Okay, it's cold, it's raining a lot of time. You don't need to be, like, you know, as you said, with t-shirts. You need to be wearing something, because it can be very cold, for sure.
much to wear clothes. That's an advantage to live in Brazil, because here in Rio, especially,
Uh-huh.
I can't enter at the supermarket without wearing shirt. But I can, if I can take my shirt out now and go to the street.
Uh-huh.
Now at the beach, But yeah,
Yes.
and here my outfit of every day, because I work from home. When I go to the supermarket or wherever, it's flip flops, shorts, and uh, um, thin shirt. Yeah.
Amazing. I think people, it's so funny, because people who lives here, they would die to have this lifestyle that you have in Rio. Like, just you know, without t-shirts and in warm weather. It's amazing. Did you enjoy the interview, Pedro?
A lot.
Thank you so much.
You conducted it very well. I was very, not very, but I was a little shy. Oh, what I didn't know what will happen, but you conducted it very well. So
thank you so much. Thanks so much for taking the time for the interview. Thanks again for being so open. And again, I'm so happy that we had this interview now that you just, you know, starting this journey with your fiance. You know, I think it's it couldn't be in a better time for us to have the interview. Thank you so much. But before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Laugh more, you know, smile more, just smile more. Take life with more ease, you know, just that.
Amazing. And actually, going back to the word association game, one word for the Beatles.
The greatest band of all time.
And one word for Paul McCartney.
The greatest music genius of the 2020 of the 20th century. Yeah.
Amazing.
The greatest. Yeah.
Muito obrigado.
De nada, William. Gostei muito.
Thanks so much. Thanks for the interview and keep in touch. Take care.
Thank you. Take care. Bye. Ciao.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.